Sartaj Hans and Tony Nunn, who have perhaps been the pair representing Australia at the top level the most of the three pairs on this team. They're playing aggressive openings, overcalls and preempts, weak no trump in first and second, strong no trump in third and fourth. Two club opening is clubs, two diamonds is a game force, and their one club opening is basically natural. One club and one diamond, better minor in 5-card majors.
Hold on, so the one club opening is natural and the two clubs opening as well?
That is apparently the case.
Okay. They love clubs.
Yes, their two heart opening range is their two hearts preempts. Their two of the major preempts are usually 5-card suits when non-vulnerable, and 6-card suits vulnerable. Well, that's encouraging.
Okay, thank you. And I assume that Kamil Fleisher plays more or less 2/1 standard American.
Yep. Yeah. I think they
better minor.
Two diamonds is a multi, a light weak 2 in a major, and two hearts and two spades are sound weak 2s, 8 to 12 or so.
Just have a request for the Australian captain of the open team. Is he in the room here? Okay. Jan Kamras is looking for it.
While we have a moment, Jan, we might take a quick look at the tables after 9 matches. Start with the seniors. I think it might be a surprise to most of us to see India in 3rd place and perhaps China, Hong Kong doing a little better than expected. The Netherlands team in the middle of the table.
As expected.
And the Japan team who won the senior bowl. Is it in Shanghai?
Yeah, I think so, yeah. So
perhaps a disappointing performance for them so
like
far.
Italy so far.
Anyway, we have a deal, and
we need a diagram.
We can see that the result was 3 no trumps making 430 for USA, and we can also tell from the results that that is obviously not a bad result, since there have been game swings on this hand all over the place. Strong, one spade opening, one no trump response, two diamonds raised to 3, and East closed his eyes and bid 3 no trumps.
Huh. And now we understand why some pairs didn't bid 3 no trump, but tried a high diamond contract due to the fact that, well, you don't seem to have a great club stopper.
You have an excellent club stopper in no trumps compared to your club suit in 5 diamonds. That
True.
much is for sure.
Yeah, in 5 diamonds you have a problem in clubs.
Right. This is a good bidding challenge hand, particularly for the first board in the morning. Now, the auction has gone a spade and no trump, 2 clubs, which is alerted. Presumably, it's a form of Gazilli, unless it's a transfer to diamonds.
You mean that the strong hand is transferred to the weak hand?
I know that it was a not unpopular style for a while, but Gazilli has taken over. So 2 clubs is either 15 plus or spades and clubs, any range.
So it is Gazilli.
Correct.
2 diamonds shows game forcing hand opposite a 16 plus hand.
Right. And 2 hearts must be a relay of some description. We'll find out the details. Either 4 plus hearts or 6 plus spades with something, or some 5, 4, 3, 1 hand. So it's an unspecified 5, 4, 3, 1 hand, other than 5 spades. 6 plus spades with shortage. So
and 16 plus, probably. 2 spades relay.
now, of course, if West knows that his partner has a singleton heart, it makes it a lot easier to bid 3 no trumps, because he doesn't know about the honor location in hearts and clubs.
Maybe 3 diamonds shows shortness in hearts.
My guess is that it would be 4 diamonds and 5 spades, and 3 hearts would relay for shape if that was necessary. Nice camera work. To 3 diamonds equals 3 suited short hearts. Well done, Jan. Got it exactly right.
Well,
usually,
educated guess, I'm afraid.
Usually 5, 1, 4, 3. I guess you have to play it that way around, since you only have 2 responses available over 3 diamonds. 3 hearts would ask for the minor suit length.
And West made a very practical final bid of 3 no. Opposite stiff heart with his king jack 9 4th of hearts. 3 no trumps is the logical proposal.
Difficult hand for North to guess what to lead. All he knows is that West knew that East had a singleton heart and was happy to play no trumps.
Well, this particular lead doesn't paralyze declare at all.
I have a lot of sympathy with his actual choice. Declarer is saying, I have 5 diamond tricks, 2 heart tricks, and 3 spade tricks.
And if the Queen of Hearts drops second, then I even have an extra trick.
Mm-hmm.
Not so.
Well bid. Nicely done by both tables, in my opinion.
Though I have a little bit more sympathy the way Nunn and Hans did it in comparison with Levin and Weinstein. They simply knew more. Here we arrive for spades, duly made in the closed room. We lose a spade, a diamond and a club.
The trumps 3-2. It doesn't look like there's any lead that will hurt you, with club splitting as well. Did anybody go down in 4 spades? Yes. India defeated 4 spades against USA 2. The right-hand screen, there's some very odd-looking results. 3 spades plus 2 picking up imps against 2 hearts making by north-south. Strong no trump. And a transfer to hearts, I suppose. Club from south, diamond response showing
hearts, I think.
Showing hearts. 1 no trump rebid, showing strong no trump also, I guess.
Probably Stamen now and North. Or
most pairs play two-way checkback at this point. I think two clubs would be a puppet to two diamonds. Two diamonds would be...
Oh, he bids two diamonds. So that it's not a transfer to showing a 5.
It possibly is, in which case he would, over two hearts, bid two spades to describe this hand.
So apparently it was a transfer.
Mm-hmm.
To now trump, maybe invitational hand. And now it's up to South, but he has 17, so...
I'm guessing it actually showed 4 spades, so they might do some sort of inversion.
3 spades, yeah. You do the inversion because you want to have the strong hand play the hand.
I
maybe
don't know that that's necessarily the reason. Maybe there are more hand types that go into a 2 diamonds, 2 hearts, 2 spades. I'm guessing it may also be that you want to conceal information. I'm not sure. Different people, everybody has their own methods in these transfer auctions. Do you play them yourself, Jan?
No, I don't play it that way. No.
I'm just in the process of learning these methods, and as my experience is that everybody has their own system here.
Yeah, that is the case. Yeah.
So what is Declarer going to do here? I assume he's going to win the heart lead and play a club?
Maybe, or just play trumps. It seems that you just draw trumps and then you're going to live from the clubs.
Well, if you draw trumps and they play back a heart, you're now a little short of entries back to your hand outside the trump suit.
True. There doesn't harm to play clubs first, indeed.
I mean, maybe that way, if you play hearts, that you'll run into a rough. I'm not sure. So USA 2 against India in the Bermuda Bowl. India missed the game but picked up 7 imps because USA 2 went down in game. Okay, thank you. I don't know whether it's house, but seniors match 1 Germany-Japan. There's obviously a scoring error. And the same error in Argentina-Bolivia. No, that one's genuine. They did make 4 spades on the East-West cards in that match. Let me ask you, Jan, if you were unwise enough to be playing as North with a South who opened a 15-17 trump with those cards. There must have been quite a few of them, I'd guess. Would you as North think it totally unreasonable to use Stamen and pass the response of 2 spades?
Good question. No, that would not be unreasonable. But is it reasonable to open the South hand as a strong no trump? You say no,
right?
And I say yes.
You say it's not unreasonable to open a hand that is too strong in terms of high cards, distribution, has an easy rebid when you bid the long suit followed by your second suit.
Yeah, all true, true.
But as we've demonstrated already, Jan, if there is a hand that can be opened to no trump, you will do so.
Exactly. You're learning in the process.
It does seem
to know me.
Yeah. It does seem to me.
It's the rule of Jansma. When something smells to no trump, you bid it. Anyway, Italy is doing a great job against Brazil. After 3 boards, they already have 24 ins unanswered.
Indeed, very fast start. West cashed his ace of diamonds after de Clara had knocked out the ace of spades and the ace of clubs and speeded up things. No swing.
Closed room, board 19. It rests in 2 hearts. Perfectly reasonable.
Still in play. That 10-minute lead that the closed room had has evaporated already.
Interesting thing is 1 heart, you overcall 1 spade as north, and it goes pass, 2 hearts. Don't you have another bid then as
I would
north?
have thought you had an absolutely automatic 2-spade bid, yes.
Me too. Especially with this vulnerability.
How will 2 spades play? De Clara has 1 diamond loser, 1 club loser, 1 heart and 2 spades. He can try to ruff a 2nd spade in dummy to neutralize the trump position. With the 10-9 of hearts on side, it doesn't look as if the defenders can legitimately promote a trump trick, but maybe there's a way.
See that several declarers went down in 2 spades, but not the Netherlands. They made 2 spades against Egypt.
Did West really pass out 1 spade?
That's pretty bizarre. Isn't it?
Yes. Yes, good choice of words. Did any other table come to rest in 1 spade? No.
Yes. Oh, excuse me. No.
So
I thought you would say 1, but it's here too. Yeah.
So I guess we can say that this was not only, it doesn't only seem bizarre to us, it would seem bizarre to everybody else who held the West cards in every other match. I'm sure that Marty Fleischer, who knows he's only missing 5 spades and knows that he only has half the deck, I think there's some strange distribution around the place. Wow. Things going very nicely from de Clara's point of view. The 9 of hearts and dummy is about to score, have more of a threat than you realized. I think de Clara now has a heart and a club loser, and that's it. He has 6 more tricks. He's going to make an over trick in 1 spade. 2 hearts went down in the closed room. Could we see the play, Kiko? Certainly looks as if you're favourite to make it. De Clara finished up winning 5 heart tricks, 1 spade trick and 1 club trick. He never played diamonds towards his hand because when the defenders played ace of clubs club, de Clara won it with the queen, and that cut him off from dummy.
Oh.
So,
and who played that hand?
That was Weinstein. So no swing, still 0-0.
Strange play by Weinstein, maybe. Three diamonds, is that good old Bergen?
I would guess 3 diamonds. Yep, that's what it looks like. With 4 top losers on a trump lead, how will you try and steal 4 spades?
well, try to mislead them and play a heart.
Maybe too late to do that,
If they lead hearts, yeah. Here again, a Bergen auction, 3 diamonds, showing an invitational hand for a spade game.
Four-card limit raise.
You have 1 point less, but you have a spade extra.
4 spades in the Venice Cup has already made 5 or 6 times, and a couple of times in the Bermuda Bowl, but only once so far in the seniors against Netherlands.
Italy made 4 spades. How is it possible? And Brazil, of course, went down. Italy, after 4 boards, 36 unanswered.
Kiko, can we see the play in the closed drum, please? An easy way maybe to let through 4 spades is to lead a diamond, the 10 of diamonds, and for South to continue the suit. Then declarer could build discards for 2 hearts. But South will surely win the ace of diamonds and shift to a heart. And
yes.
Then the defenders can cash out painlessly, one way or another.
But you can rough a diamond high and all your clubs finish? No.
I don't think you can take 3.
No, you can't.
Well, I suppose you can if the defenders play heart, heart, heart. You have a diamond finesse. You're right.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right. And notice declarer has drawn 2 rounds of trumps in the closed room. South discarded the 2 of hearts, which I'm assuming is encouraging, and reverse attitude. So now when declarer plays a club in the closed room, North goes up with the ace and will try and cash the hearts out, and the diamond won't go away. Well defended in the closed room.
Maybe the declarer shouldn't play 2 rounds of trumps.
He took a long time before he did so.
Yeah, but still, avoiding giving his opponents the opportunity to signal.
Indeed. You may well be right. And notice that in the closed room, North Gosney underled the ace of hearts.
Yes, he was coping with queen third of hearts with declarer.
Thoughtful play. The 5 of diamonds is a typo on the close screen. It's the 5 of hearts, not the 5 of diamonds. So, here is the critical moment for the defenders. If Fleisher doesn't cash the ace of clubs, but plays ace of hearts and a heart, declarer can draw trumps and finesse in diamonds and discard all of the clubs from dummy. And Fleisher and Kamil, their carding is 3rd from even, low from odd. But in the middle of the hand, P.O. Sunderland says that at the first trick, a smart declarer, if the 10 of diamonds were known to be from 10 and 1, might drop the queen of diamonds. And now if you exited with a diamond, declarer could finesse and build 2 heart discards for his diamonds. And if you did that, then you'd win the brilliancy prize, I'm sure.
Yes, but why should you continue diamonds? Because you simply see the queen of diamonds?
Well, it looks like it's safe, except it isn't.
Well, it looks nice, but it's all nonsense. When you see this dummy and when you see your own heart holding, you should just play hearts.
Even if you did play a heart, it wouldn't be so easy for North to realize that this was a cash-out position.
But you can figure out the position, because on what type of hand West would have raised to 4 spades? Either he has the king of hearts himself and the queen, either he has long diamonds as a side suit.
Okay, so there is the second round of hearts, and as we say, now the question is whether declarer can cash the ace of clubs or not, whether North cashes the ace of clubs. If West has a void in clubs, he would be 5-3-5. There's nothing intrinsically unreasonable about that. I'm joined at the microphone by Fulvio Vantoni, for those of you coming in late, Jan van Cleef,
Good morning,
and Barry Regal.
everybody.
Ciao Fulvio.
Ciao, yeah.
And North has got it wrong. He's played a third heart, and declarer is going to make 4 spades now by taking the diamond finesse.
Well, not easy to see.
No. The 2 of hearts, in a sense, was the right play to suggest an honor, but it presented a problem for North in that North thought it might be a count card from a 3-card suit. Maybe that means that South has to shift to the king of hearts from a 3-card suit.
Maybe North should realize that there was a 5-card diamond as a side suit, because West must have had some values to raise to 4 spades. This time it was where distribution of it, but still very difficult.
Closed room. The auction's still in progress on 21, where North is the dealer, North-South vulnerable.
It should be 5 diamonds, isn't it? Yes.
Diamond from East, take out double from South, redouble from West, 3 clubs preemptive from North, pass round to West, who bid 4 diamonds forcing, raised to 5 diamonds, and declarer will have to find the Jack of Spades, but the auction should make that relatively easy. Did anybody go down in 5 diamonds? Not as far as we can see. Well done, the Indonesian women, who managed to find a way to make an overtrick in 5 diamonds doubled on a spade lead and presumably spade continuation when played from the West seat. The no trump opening is weak. The 2 club overcall shows the majors. They play the convention known in the Netherlands as multi-landy.
And you in your side of the ocean, it's called Woolsey, isn't it?
Well, Woolsey involves an artificial double in the of the no trump, and I don't think this partnership play the double as artificial.
You mean a 4-card major and a longer minor?
Right. Here, East-West have climbed to 3 no trumps, which they would only make if South led a small heart, which is not totally unreasonable, for sure.
4
also,
hearts.
every lead out of club. 7 diamond. So, and 2 hearts.
Here is another way to go plus on the hand. 4 hearts doubled by North. I imagine East will lead a small trump.
This more or less illustrates the point you made in the beginning of this match, Barry, that North is a very aggressive bidder and trusts that his partner is very solid and conservative, so you can take a shot vulnerable against Not with this rubbish.
Yes, Mike Kamil's style is very solid. I played with him a couple of years in United States, and really he bid very little time. He's very clear. Kamil, yeah.
It's not going to be so easy for the defenders with the south hand visible in dummy, but of course they do have 2 hearts.
No, many losers, so it was good for hearts.
Yeah, 2 hearts, a diamond, a spade, and a club rough if they get them all for 500.
Not after the trump lead.
1, 2, 3, 4, maybe.
Can West
Now,
work?
looking at that diamond, the heart back seems
very normal.
Very normal, yes.
You don't. Maybe you should work out that North, who only has 4 hearts, must have a lot of spades or a lot of clubs.
Yes, sure.
But it's easier said than done.
Probably a lot of clubs.
Yeah.
If he has a lot of spades, maybe bid 4 spades.
So I think maybe Hans can get this right.
So what happens if he doesn't switch to spades?
No, if he doesn't switch to clubs. Remember, the spade loser won't go away. You have to shift to clubs, win the ace of hearts, take the club rough, cash the diamond, and sit back for your spade.
No,
it's not hard club rough.
No,
no
club rough anymore.
I'm sorry, I beg your pardon.
Just 200.
Sorry.
Yeah. And
absolutely right.
Spade loser.
At this moment should be just 200.
Yeah.
Right. In the closed room, they're still playing 5 diamonds. Defense led a club and shifted to a trump, and declare there's a very aesthetically attractive trick on which the 8 of diamonds, 8 of clubs, and 8 of spades were played. Unfortunately, South couldn't play the 8 of hearts because he didn't have it, but otherwise I'm sure he would have done.
Maybe he will go for the 7 of diamonds in the last trick anyway.
If the defenders play 3 rounds of hearts, the diamond loser goes away.
They never play diamond, yes.
Okay. The best sort of sacrifice. Six club tricks, 3 heart tricks, and a spade.
No, they made.
Well, so much for the 500.
It's a good 500.
Okay. We don't have a score comparison, but it looks as if Declara rates to guess the Jack of Spades, and that will be 15 imps for USA. We'll keep you posted. So some bizarre results. If you look at the 7 results that we can see on this board, somebody made slam in diamonds, somebody went down in 5 diamonds. It's a 300 penalty at one table. Making 6 diamonds seems a little extreme. South opens 3 spades. This was the conservative bridge player we told you about.
Well,
I mean, 6-5.
Okay, 6-5 you're supposed to come alive, I grant you.
pretty conservative.
You would have opened 4.
Yeah, but interesting double by West. Some would have bid a non-leaping Michaels, winning 4 diamonds, if that's in your arsenal.
They do play leaping Michaels, and they do play 4 diamonds over 3 clubs, would be diamonds and hearts. But they don't play 4 diamonds to show diamonds and hearts over 3 spades.
Apparently not. Anyway, is there a case of passing by East? Yes, there is. Even vulnerable against not.
Because the more you have at this point in spades, the less he has, and at this vulnerability, even Michael Kamil will occasionally only have 6 of them. Two rounds of diamonds, the obvious start for the defense. Declarer knows Trump's rate to be 5-1. Should he set up the King of Hearts early or go after clubs, using the King of Spades as a substitute trump?
Well, whatever, he played the Queen of Clubs.
East has no idea that South has a singleton heart. The 6 of clubs is not an easy card to read, perhaps. But East has done well. He's ducked the Queen of Clubs, and now there's a chance the defenders may get a club ruff.
Is there anything against playing a
And
third
club
club
rough,
by
you think that there is no spades in West
Yes.
hand because he has 5. So if you think he is not South has 7, you cannot imagine about the rough.
In the other room, South opened 3 spades, and West, Steve Weinstein overcalled 4 hearts. Doubled for penalties.
This is what we call a Fredin double.
I don't think you make 4 hearts. Pass. Wow.
So it's a non-Fredin double. They can make another game, but they don't run.
Well, they have 5 winners in the side suits, 3 diamonds, a spade and a club. So the question is whether they can make 5 trump tricks one way or another. I think the odds are that they can't. On the previous deal, we saw Bobby Levin guessed the Jack of Spades to make 5 diamonds, so USA currently lead 15-12. But only for the duration of this hand, we think.
So what do we lose in 4 hearts? You lose a club.
Well, it's easier to count the tricks you can win in a way.
Let's say 3 hearts, so you probably go 1 or 2 down. Another diamond in the closed room. Sorry.
It seems natural to play diamonds. He's trying to set his long spades.
Declarer can't afford to play a round of trumps because then East could win and lead more diamonds. But if Declarer pitches his heart, then the defenders can take their club ruff. Maybe the trick will come back. roughing and leading a trump works certainly to avoid losing the club rough. Kiko, can we see the play in the closed room, please? Spade lead and a heart finesse, losing. There's a surprise. But the good news is that now the pair in the closed room can cash 3 rounds of diamonds and South cannot rough. In the match between Argentina and Poland in the seniors, the contract was 5 diamonds redoubled, making 1,000. Now, in theory, that 1,000 could go either way, but in fact, it was 5 diamonds redoubled, making for 1,000 rather than down 2.
But 4 hearts by West is a common contract. Look, there's at least 5. They are playing 4 hearts. 3 double, 2 without double.
So in the closed room, Steve Weinstein rates to take 3 heart tricks, 3 diamond tricks, and 2 aces for sure. But I don't think he can avoid losing those club diamond, club 2 diamonds, a spade.
So he probably goes for 500 then.
I think so.
Some did go for 800.
I think if you don't draw a round or 2 of trumps, South might get a diamond rough.
Yeah, but you already drew a trump.
Correct, but not everybody necessarily will
No,
have.
yeah.
If you were playing 6 diamonds with open cards, let's say after a 2-suited bid from West and you got a spade lead, could you actually come close to making it by taking roughing finesses and hearts? Will you have to draw exactly 1 round of trumps fairly early?
And then you may play ace of hearts and a low heart and you rough it and then you see what's happening.
Is that enough?
But then you have to come to hand.
Mm-hmm.
And there you have a problem.
Well, let's say you get a spade lead and you win the ace. And you play a trump to the ace. Ace of hearts, queen of hearts, king rough. Spade rough high. 10 of hearts covered and rough. Spade rough high. You're still only getting 1 discard. On a trump lead, particularly a trump lead from north, you might find it easier to score that 8 of diamonds. The problem is that with north over-upping you in clubs and spades, it might be quite difficult to score the diamond 8.
Where 6 diamond had been made, there was a trump lead.
Right.
And where it went down, often there was also a trump lead. Sometimes a king of spades.
It's a fairly unfortunate pair of results in China, Brazil, I must say, as the Chinese East-West in the Venice Cup, who'd collected 9-10 from 4 diamonds, I'd be hoping to do better than lose 5 imps when my teammates went for 1100 in 6 spades.
Look at the results of China, Brazil in Venice Cup.
That's what we were just looking at. USA, Italy. Italy made 6 diamonds in the Venice Cup on a diamond lead. Okay, so how many tricks in this room has Declarer got? He has 2 tricks, and he's sure to get 4 more trump tricks and a club, I think. If East wins the ace of spades and plays a diamond, Declarer could rough and dummy, cross to the 9 of clubs, and lead the king of hearts.
So he's going for down 2. That's not vulnerable. 300.
Cheap at the price.
Maybe you expect to win if you know that they made just 5 diamonds making. Yeah.
A triumph for non-leaping Michaels, Jan would say.
Yeah.
There's got to be one good board for it. So this rate's probably to be 13 or 15 imps for Australia. We don't have the comparison. We'll keep you posted.
Wild boards anyway, so it's fun.
Board 23. Both sides vulnerable. Dealer south. I'm not sure whether that will qualify as a weak no trump for Sartaj Hans. There are some good intermediates, but it is an 11 count and you are vulnerable.
There is something in specs for them. They don't have that many points. Hard position is bad for East-West, but the rest is fine. 2 black aces are well positioned.
So here comes the weak no trump from West, with both sides vulnerable facing a past partner. Fleisher has a marginal overcall. 2 diamonds to show 1 major, or it'll be hard for East-West to stop in 2 spades.
So East double. So which kind of defense they play against 2 diamond multi?
I imagine that the double of 2 diamonds just shows a good hand and would be followed up by penalty doubles. You would play it that way, wouldn't you, if the first double just meant cards. And now, if South bids 2 hearts, that's...
Pass, or do you bid?
Or redouble, showing no preference. He bid 2 hearts.
So towards double is play knight take out.
Interesting. I'm surprised that one would play a takeout double in that position. But it's a very good hand for this method.
If you play double just like points, I think is the only way to penalize them. Otherwise, if he goes double, 2 hearts, pass, you don't know what to bid with 4 spades.
So South competed to 3 hearts, which would be very cheap. In fact, if you play 3 hearts on the lead of the king of spades, I think you're going to make it, aren't you?
You're going to make it, yeah, right. Because you can pitch later a club on a spade.
So long as you don't waste your trump entries. King of spades to the ace, heart finesse, one way or another, and a second spade, and you can cross back to hand to pitch a diamond. The French ladies made 4 spades on this hand on a diamond lead.
On the lead of the 5 of
No,
diamonds.
it must have been the 4 of diamonds from north.
Yeah, in a spade contract you may lose only a spade and 2 hearts, but there's a club loser. But you can get rid of a heart on the fourth diamond at a certain point.
Australia did gain 13 imps on the previous hand. 4 hearts doubled, went down 500. So they lead 25-15 before this deal. In the closed room, North opened a heart in third seat, raised to 2, and the question is whether Bobby Levin will balance with a takeout double when it gets back to him. We'll find out in due course.
I will tell you.
Board 24, nobody vulnerable. Dealer west. North-south. In the room we're watching play a 15-17 no trump, and if west passes, I assume that north will open a no trump, 5-card major or not. I would say that rates to end the auction. And you would certainly expect East to lead a club from the Queen Jack 9 rather than a heart from Queen 7 4th. At least that's what I would do, because I'm always able to find the worst possible opening lead, even with the sight of all 4 hands. What would you say about the opening lead, Fulvio?
I like to play Queen of Club.
Me too.
Queen Jack 9.
God deals it to me for a reason.
Is much better than Queen 4th.
Yep. Majors and minors
Not
really
in this
going to
case,
matter.
I mean,
Not in this case. But, I think this whole majors over minors things is much overrated in these days when people open 5-card majors and don't use Stamen when they have game going values and balanced hands.
For spades.
The Polish north-south played 4 spades on the lead of the Queen of Clubs, and with the Ace of Hearts on side and trumps behaving and a favourable lead, they wrapped up their 10 tricks. Easy game bridge. China also bid to 3 no trumps from the north seat, perhaps after a strong club auction. Again, the Queen of Clubs lead was fatal. More impressive is that China Hong Kong in the seniors also made 4 spades, but without the lead of a club.
Talking about impressiveness, after 11 boards, Italy is on lead against still a strong team of Brazil with 71 imps unanswered.
Right. I guess if you get a trump lead against 4 spades by north, you can simply play on diamonds and guess hearts. West can shift to a club if he wins the first diamond. And maybe get him with the ace of hearts to play another club. Not at all easy to beat 4 spades by north.
But obligatory.
Perhaps it's easiest on a heart lead to the ace and a club shift, diamond to the ace and a second club.
You see the danger of the diamonds, you only have 3.
Declara cashed the first 8 tricks. The defenders have 3 diamonds, a heart and a club to take. Now,
Fulvio,
Yeah.
Barry and me, we have an ongoing discussion about 1-0 trump opening bids. Should you do it on 17 points with a 5 card? Are you allowed to do it on 5 card major? Stuff like that. What is your feeling about opening, for instance, this type of hand?
if it was within your range,
Yeah,
you would do so.
About opening with 5 card major?
Mm-hmm.
you will do that. You will prefer to do that.
What I have to tell you, I mean, I played 12-14 with any shape, so 5 card major is nothing to me.
It's nothing. And a
It's
6
fine.
card
So
major.
no 6, no, absolutely.
No.
I think I like to open one trump with 5-3-3-2.
Okay.
Also with 5 card major, yes.
Thank you.
Okay, still waiting for board 24 to go in, but 23 was a 7-imp pickup for USA. This was the hand that Mike Kamil made 3 hearts on the lead of the king of spades. USA played 2 spades and made 140 the other way, so they picked up 7 imps and they trail by 3 imps. Board 24, the one we just saw, is not included in that total. Here, Tony Nunn has opened a diamond, South has overcalled a spade, and West no doubt will make a negative double and plan to compete in hearts when the fit comes to light. Fleisher has raised to 2 spades, which I like, non-vulnerable, trying to keep the hearts out.
Why not giving a Romex redouble? Showing a top honor in spades.
So here we are in 4 hearts, and I don't imagine anybody will do any more bidding. And the issue is whether Declarer can take all the spade roughs in hand. It looks as if he has 2 diamond tricks and 2 club tricks, and if you can take the spade roughs, he'll be okay, but the 5-1 diamond break may cause a bit of a problem.
Yes, but still.
And the over up on the third.
So, who is the lead? South. No.
South is going to lead a club, I guess.
Or a spade.
Well, nobody's bid clubs.
Well,
Ace of spade.
Okay.
But they bid spades. Anyway. So if suppose you don't pull trumps at all.
Maybe it was better club because
Yeah.
when he plays spade from the dime, he can put the king and play hard back.
Yes, that would have been the best defense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you king heart, low queen, then he can play diamond.
Right.
So in a perfect world, North would have redoubled, showing the king of spades, and then you lead a small spade to the king, and you get a hard back.
Certainly possible. Can we see any low spade leads against four hearts? We don't see any yet. Certainly, by the way, the previous deal 24 was an over-trick imp to Australia, presumably a spade part score on no trump part score, picking up one imp where Fleisher made 120. The declarer cashed the ace of hearts, and now if he makes the mistake of trying to cash the king of diamonds early, he might be in trouble because South could rough in and draw another round of trumps. But as the cards lie, I think he's safe. He can even afford a slip up, I think, along the way. He would have to be very careless to go down from here. Oh, he's playing it sensibly. So declarer has roughed all the spades. He only has side suit winners. He can play ace king of diamonds or cross to the ace of diamonds and play for the over trick, but he won't get it. You've reached four hearts in the closed room here, but the auction may not be over, and it will be played by West rather than East, so the defenders have a chance, perhaps.
If North leads a heart there, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Looks here like a normal 3-0.
Looks as if almost everybody has made that in the Bermuda Bowl and Venice Cup, but not in the seniors. 5 tables have played it, and all 5 tables have gone down.
But why? You seem to have a lot of points.
If the defenders lead spades with both club honours wrong, you might misguess either. Clubs be wrong, might misguess.
There are some double finances to take, and in clubs looks much more logic than to do that in hearts.
So the response of 2-no trumps to a club is described as stealing the no trumps, and This puts North on lead to lead spades. The defenders will lead and continue spades. And the question is, Fulvio, should you take an avoidance play to try and keep North, the man with the long spades, off lead? If you play 3-no trumps on a spade lead and spade continuation, let's say you win the second spade in dummy. Should you go after hearts or should you go after clubs? My guess is that you'd go after clubs, even though it's finessing twice into the danger hand. That player is likely to be short in clubs rather than long.
But, isn't there a safety play, first playing a club to the ace? In this particular case, because you only need 6, 7, 8. You only need 2 club tricks.
Diamond ace.
4, 6, 7, no, 8, 9, yeah. Anyway, the previous board in the closed room, 4 hearts played by West, we have seen that a trump lead would be very dangerous for declare. However, North led Queen of Diamonds from his Queen Jack 10, and the play is still underway.
So maybe, Fulvio, on a spade lead and spade continuation, you would take a club finesse.
I suppose, yes.
And if it loses and a spade comes back, now you might play a heart, hoping that South would win it. But because North has both the King Jack of hearts and the King Jack of clubs.
Maybe you can play spade and then you play diamond to the ace, club to the queen.
Mm-hmm.
Now you play spade back, and now you play club to the ace. No, king of diamond, club to the ace.
Queen Jack of diamonds.
Queen of diamond, because you see that it's diamond of 5. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And now you can play heart to the 10.
Yes.
You can try that.
You try for...
Yes, North comes under pressure. But
this is not possible because otherwise you don't cash the diamond. So just because diamond are 5-2.
It's very, very difficult.
Yeah. So with diamond 4-3 could be a good way to play.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, also on this board, Italy gained another swing. They made 3-no trump against Brazil, and Brazil went down in the other room. And after 13 boards, it's 79-0.
And why were they lead?
Ja, en dat is.
Okay. So the play is underway. Spade to the king. Notice the spade spots are a little difficult to read. Declarer won't know for sure whether the spades are 5-3 or 4-2, but I believe when the 5 is played that it's more likely to be king 5-2 or king 5-3. So the spades being 5-3 original is likely. Declarer is going to dummy with a diamond, which means he's probably going to take a club finesse.
It seems really normal.
Yeah. Are they still playing 25 in the close room? What's
Queen of Diamonds lead. A trick 2.
In the closed room, they were playing 4 hearts on the previous hand from west, not east. The trump lead would, I think, have beaten it, but the defenders were dealt Queen Jack 10 9 8 of diamonds and chose to lead it. Declarer with stiff Jack of spades facing 4 to the 10 8 won the diamond and dummy and led the Jack of spades. The defenders, I think, had one more chance, which was the player with the ace Queen 6 of spades had to duck it to his partner, but he went up with the ace. And from that point onwards, I think the play has transposed into the winning line found in our room.
Fleisher didn't show his 5th spade. He played club today. It's like the line that I told you.
Right.
Now if he cashed both diamonds, and now it's the same because he has King Jack of hearts inside, in north.
Well, the defenders only have 2 tricks. Can't he end play him with a club to lead hearts in the ending?
Wow. Now if he played diamond,
right.
Yeah, it's really, he can win.
Yep. Once up to the ace, it looks as if he should win.
Now he discovered the 5-2 diamonds that he didn't like for sure. Doesn't like.
Yep. But if he cashes the Jack of diamonds, north is squeezed, must pitch a spade, now gets end played with a club to lead hearts in the ending. North will have to pitch his Jack of hearts to give himself a chance to beat the hand, but the
line he played is the line that I told you that if you played the diamond 4-3, now you play the honor Jack and King in heart divided by north and south.
Yes. So this is, from a technical point of view, a very interesting hand.
One other thing to bear in mind is that Mike Kamil followed with the 5 and 2 of clubs in that order on the club suit, and that may have influenced Hans into not repeating the club finesse.
So now he can read 2 clubs in south, 5 diamonds, 3 spades. I mean, he knows that south played 5 and 2 of spades, and north didn't show the 3.
Right. I think he would believe south.
I think so too.
I think he'll believe south in both spades and clubs, but he could still, can he still succeed by playing the Jack of diamonds and then running the Queen of hearts if south has either honor?
Yes, in fact, it's
well done by north, who's thrown the Jack of hearts away. That's his only chance to persuade Declarer to do the wrong thing. If he'd pitched a spade or a Declarer would have then played him with a club, I think. I think Declarer will get it right.
Okay. Yes, he does.
Well done.
Very nice hand.
Very well played, man.
Yes. Play of the day already.
Very, very good, yes.
Although
the 3-0 trump has been made with an over trick.
Different leads, of course. Yeah. Diamond lead from south makes it very easy by comparison. Okay, something a little quieter. 3-0 trumps making 10 tricks, occasionally 9, occasionally 11, but with balanced 18 facing 12. You'd certainly expect 3-0 trumps to be declared everywhere. 12, 14, no trump, or maybe a good 11. If East found a fit, I suppose he might look for more.
However, on this deal there is no obvious fit, so probably will finish in 3 no, sometimes in 4 no, if you see on the left and the right hand screens. A quantitative auction.
So you would imagine that declarer will try and build a trick on a club lead. He'll try and build a trick in spades, perhaps by leading to the 9.
Two no trump asking.
Mm-hmm.
3 no trump for 3-3. I mean, supposing the 2 no trump is not invitational.
Yeah, I'm
No.
looking at the system card, and
I don't think so.
it would be
Me too.
a little pessimistic. Okay, so 2-0 is forcing and a slam
25,
try. 3-0 is the absolute bottom quarter of the hands that West might hold. Okay. Good hand for the system. I suppose there might be an argument from North's perspective for leading a diamond in that partner didn't double 2 clubs, but there again, you know he only has 5 or 6 high card points. And your clubs are better than your diamonds.
But North leads a spade, which solves declares problems right away. It's the 9th trick in.
Right. In fact, it's the 10th trick, isn't it? 2 spades, 4 hearts, 2 diamonds, 2 clubs. A 9 of spades is worth an extra trick. So, in the closed room, no trump rebid was 11 to a bad 14. 2 diamonds was game forcing Stamen. 2 spades showed 4 spades to go with the 4 hearts. West declined interest, and 3 no trumps. The same contract, but reached on a rather more informative route. Makes it more likely, I think, North will lead a diamond in that room. The unbid suit, that gives up a trick immediately. Italy, Brazil. Brazil have scored their first imps. It's 89-7. One board to go.
Still 25-0.
Still time for the big comeback on the last deal.
Huh.
It's rates to be flat. So 5 deals to go. Dealer west, north-south vulnerable. 4-heart contract for north-south. I guess you can make it because of the very favorable position in clubs. If you guess it.
Yeah.
Some made it, some went down, some missed it.
I mean, probably you can guess because West will beat diamonds, a lot of diamonds. So
Right.
shortens club could be only in West. In West End.
It's certainly possible, but if West doesn't bid 3 diamonds,
yeah,
you would. Well, first of all, the partnership is playing in only 2 hearts, so that deals with that concern. But I don't see any particularly good reason why declarers should guess clubs now. Okay, so
Israel made 10 tricks in 4 hearts.
You can imagine that maybe West might have opened 3 diamonds at some tables, and then it would be a lot easier. And obviously, it's maybe a strong diamond.
Almost 3-0 trump for East West. Maybe it's 4 hearts for North South.
Queen of club lead.
Everything is very
and
difficult.
It seems
to bid.
Queen Jack because I mean it bid in only 1 diamond. So
yeah. I would certainly be misguessing that.
Difficult to guess, yes. But you are playing 2 hard, so that's not a problem.
Right.
Closed room, the bidding is underway. Similar lines, 1 diamond double pass by East, and how many hearts you bid here? 2 hearts seems like an underbid to me.
But I was thinking that 2 hearts was certainly not an underbid, and some people might bid only 1.
Really?
I guess that's consistent with our approach. Even to think about bidding more than 2 hearts would be insane. But
so let's say you're Barry Fleisher and I'm Jan Kamil, or the other way around.
I mean, I think 2 hearts is same bidding.
It's what they wrote the textbook. They put this hand as an example of a minimum but sound 2-heart bid.
Huh. How do you, Fulvio? You agree with 2 hearts?
Yes, absolutely.
The most important thing is you have a
singleton. 2 hearts.
You have a singleton diamond. So partner either has extra values most of the time.
So 2 hearts is 5 hearts, and something like this. I mean,
whenever you're short in diamonds, you always have to deal with the possibility that partner has diamond length and therefore a non-typical double because he has extra values. I'm much happier if you could bid 2 hearts, say 2 trumps or 2 spades or three clubs. If you bid 3 hearts, you take away the space from him.
By the way, what does the bid of 3 hearts means? Weak and long? Or?
No. For me, it's a good 2 heart bid with a 5 card
Okay.
suit.
Yeah. I mean, for sure I don't bid 1 heart.
No.
That's for sure.
Okay, we move on to 29. 4 deals to go. Both sides vulnerable. Deal on the north.
Suppose if you go to 4 spades, you lose a spade, you lose a diamond, you lose a club. And you may lose a heart.
With the king of clubs on side, you should avoid losing a heart.
Yes, you can pitch a heart loser on the queen of clubs.
Maybe you want to play 3 no trumps by west here.
Yes, but then you have to open 1 no trump. Would you open 1 no trump on that one, Barry?
There is no choices there on this one. Not that I can see. Unless you play a weak no trump, in which case you have a choice. East-west plays strong no trump in 3rd and 4th seat. Weak no trump in 1st and 2nd.
2 clubs, 2 spades.
I think that's 4-card major rather than 5, but we'll find out in a second. Yes. So North will lead a diamond. Declarer has 9 top tricks. The defenders will win the king of spades and clear the diamonds, and unless there is an end play of some description, it looks like 9 tricks are the limit.
So far everybody bid and made a game except Egypt against Indonesia in the Venice Cup. They went down in 4 spades on the lead of the 8 of diamonds. Really?
You can see that if you were to play 3 no trumps as East, the lead of the 6 of diamonds would allow you as North to duck if Declarer played low from dummy, which you need to do.
You switch to a heart?
No, you have to duck the 6 of diamonds. You can see in the women's match between Sweden and Canada that the opening lead was the 6 of diamonds, but Declarer still made it. But I suppose if you duck 2 diamonds, the club shift may come too late. Well, you only have 8 tricks. I think the defense should prevail, shouldn't the Jan on the lead of the 6 of diamonds? Declarer ducks, you duck. Defenders play a 2nd diamond and a 3rd diamond. Declarer takes the spade finesse, it loses, and a club comes back. And now the defense are ready to cash out.
Against 3 now, 6 of diamonds, you have to duck?
Well,
for North? Oh, yeah. For you, South keeps a trick.
Yeah.
Now, did anybody beat 3-0 on a diamond lead played by East? I imagine everybody else played it by West. Anybody keeping records? I don't know if Jean-Claude Benex is here, but New Zealand, USA 2 in the Venice Cup. 3-0 trumps plus 1 is not by North, it's by West. That's match 8 in the Venice Cup, New Zealand, USA 2. If you play four spades Fulvio on a trump lead as West, and you finesse and they play a diamond and you finesse and they do something, should you go after hearts or clubs?
Should be club, I think.
Me
It's
too.
50%.
You have some good heart
Yeah,
spots.
yeah, you got ace 9-8, so it's
not
more
so
than
clear.
3-3. But
Yeah, maybe you have a squeeze if the club to the queen doesn't work, and the same hand has four clubs and four hearts. Perhaps.
yes, but probably still 50% is more.
Most of the time, four spades on a trump lead has made, but it has been defeated.
It was spade. Yeah.
What do? You win it, take a diamond finesse, and the defenders win it and play back a diamond. You rough a diamond. Now you have to make a decision. Do you play on hearts or do you play on clubs?
Yeah.
In the closed room, they are in four spades, and they have got a trump lead. So this is certainly a possibility of a swing for Australia, because De Clara is going to have to guess what to do on a trump lead.
So if you finesse and South wins,
come back a trump, let's
plays
say.
back a trump, yes.
De Clara wins and takes a diamond finesse, which loses, and they don't have a third spade to play, so they play another diamond. And you win it and you rough a diamond, and now you're in dummy with four hearts and four clubs, and you have to decide. Maybe you come to hand with the king of hearts and draw the last trumps, and then you have to guess whether to play on hearts or clubs.
Heart 3-3 or king of clubs.
Not so easy.
No.
Board 30. Dealer east.
But you had a trump lead. Maybe that's an indication that that person has the king of clubs.
Maybe. So, a normal one diamond opening for South, a light one heart overcall by West, and North, I suppose, has the option of playing for penalties. The one diamond opening is alerted because it normally shows 5, except perhaps in a 4-4-4-1 distribution.
By the way, North-South can make 3-0 trump on thin values. They make 6 diamond tricks due to the fact that the king of diamonds is right-sided, and 2 heart tricks and the ace of clubs.
3-0 trump and diamond finesse. Plus 1 spade.
Well, I think North, having heard his partner bid and rebid diamonds, will bid 3-0 trumps now. Don't you?
Maybe 2-0 trumps?
No.
No, just because Michael bid the 2-0 trump, 2 diamonds, so it sounds better.
Yeah. The other way round, you might bid only 2, but this pair should bid 3.
So I think that North could bid 2-0 trump here.
2
does.
trump, 2.
And what does that tell Kamil? Does that tell him that North had a penalty pass, or?
He will pass, yes.
Do you remember the previous board where the contract was 4 spades? De Clara got a trump lead. He put in the 10 from ace-jack 10 facing 5 to the queen, and the 10 held. So now he took a diamond finesse, and when the defenders played a second spade, he repeated the finesse, and South won it and played a third spade. And now I think De Clara is down whatever he does. So that rates to be a game swing to Australia on board 29.
Meanwhile, against 2-0 trump, East leads a club.
As would we all.
Yeah. Well, your partner overcalled hearts, but
Yeah.
I admit I would let a club indeed.
It's the unbid suit, and the fact that there appears to be a penalty double of hearts and a spade stop on your right argues strongly for that.
Well, I'm not so sure that there appears to be a penalty double, because with a penalty double, with a real penalty double, North could have bid 2 hearts instead of 2 now.
You don't think that's natural or a blind race? I think Tuna Trumps very precisely shows a penalty double of hearts.
I'm not sure at all, but anyway.
The evidence is only that he has a penalty double and he bid Tuna Trumps with it. But in bridge logic, 2 hearts to me would be not necessarily a penalty double of hearts, but just a forcing bid.
Oh, well, I would completely think reversed. Okay. So 4 spades went down 1 in the closed room on the previous board.
And now Australia lead by 18 imps with this and 2 more boards to come, and that's, I think, an 18-12 victory at the moment.
In the closed room on this board, West Steve Weinstein elected not to overcall hard. We know he's a solid bidder, and apparently he doesn't like his hearts.
Marty is thinking. He's playing the hand with his hands. He's thinking, I do this, he will do that, I will do that.
Closed room, the final contract is 2 diamonds on a very different sounding auction. West has led a trump, so Declara has relatively easy access to 9 tricks, if not more.
Brazil did a good job to bid 3-0 trump here against Italy, saving some points, still trading 25-0.
Yep, the match is over, I think. All the board scores are in. So Declara has taken 2 diamond finesses and cashed his 9 winners, which may be worth an imp for his side. Still playing 2 diamonds in the other room. Two deals to go.
Looks like 4 hearts is on. Just a matter of bidding here. But you have almost 4 hearts in your own hand, so...
With South the dealer, after 2 passes, I suppose North might do more than bid 1 heart, but my guess is 1 heart is his style.
Somebody told me that North is a very aggressive player.
Right, that doesn't mean he has to misbid his hand by being over-aggressive.
Well, what's wrong opening 2 clubs on the hand?
Not as aggressive.
Okay. Second chance.
Now what? Redouble, 3 clubs, 4 hearts.
He doesn't really want to suggest defending, but maybe redoubling and bidding clubs is the way to get the power of the hand across. It's not so easy. And on this auction, it's not even clear you want to play 4 hearts.
By the way, is 4 hearts such a great contract?
No, it makes.
Two hearts. Aha.
It's a rather surprising choice.
Rate to make this contract. That's for sure.
Heart lead.
The attractive trump lead, P.O. Sunderland would say.
Nothing wrong with the lead. In the other room, North elects also to open 1 heart.
I don't think Weinstein will balance with double. But
why not? You said he was such an aggressive player. Yeah, there he is. You don't believe in yourself, Barry.
Well, it didn't strike me that this was mandatory to balance on this auction. Partner didn't overcall at favorable vulnerability.
Now let's see what Gosney makes out of this.
Ask the guy to put up the bidding.
Yeah.
To come off. They're about to come off. Ask him.
Yes.
Put the board. Can you watch board 31? This screen?
Yeah.
No.
You're not. I don't see your point.
Can you put from the other room? From the other room. So you will be able, Jan,
Yeah.
to follow the auction from
Yeah.
the other room.
There was a readable. Yeah. So we tried to follow what happened in the closed room on the previous board. We saw that the bidding began the same: 1 heart pass double and a redouble, and then what? 2 diamonds by East, and bidding still underway. We keep you updated. Here it goes: 1 heart by East, spade overcall and a double. Take out.
Preemptive raise to 3 spades. Four clubs from East. Is that forcing? Will West bid 4 hearts anyway?
Not in my book. 4 clubs, I could have doubled 3 spades.
This looks like the sort of hand where South will lead the ace of spades to me. I suppose an aggressive South might consider doubling, but he's seen his partner's preemptive raises before.
It's getting interesting in the previous board in the closed room. After the redouble by North, East bid 2 diamonds and South doubles. West passes, and now it's up to North. He probably will bid 2 or 3 hearts, but we're not there yet.
So the ace of spades lead against 4 hearts. The defenders can lead 3 rounds of spades. They have 2 spade tricks, a club and a heart. Declarer's probably going to be able to retain control.
So far, every declarer went down on the board except Indonesia against Egypt in the Venice Cup. They tried 3-0 trump and didn't get a club lead, a spade lead.
And it looks like 4 hearts made on a diamond lead. Not that it should have done, but it did.
What happened there? 4 hearts?
Final contract on board 31 is 4
hearts.
hearts.
4 hearts, yes.
Gosney is in 4 hearts, so this will be another game swing to Australia, assuming declarer manages to bring home his 10 tricks.
Apparently he liked his partner having doubled 2 diamonds, promising a top honor in diamond, he thinks, and he was right. And that made him judge to go to 4 hearts all the way, and he will make that.
So 4 hearts, I think, got forced after 3 rounds of spades. Declarer ruffed and couldn't avoid losing a trick to the ace of clubs and losing control of the hand. So we're back to the other room. 4 hearts is the contract. Opening lead was the 4 of trumps. Declarer's ruffed a club in dummy. And lost a spade to West, who's cashing the clubs. Just the ace of diamonds to lose.
I much more like the redouble instead of the 2 hearts rebid by North in a closed room, which gave him a chance to hear more information, and the double on 2 diamonds convinced North that South had a top honor, and that's just what he needed for a heart contract.
4 hearts was on the aggressive side, but perfectly reasonable. So, one board to go. Australia lead by 26. 4 hearts down 3, the result from the closed room. You have to credit the preemptive raise by North to 3 spades. That made life very difficult for East-West. If North just bids 2 spades, East gets a chance to describe his hand far more efficiently. So Fulvio, playing a standard system with the East cards, would you bid just 3 clubs at this point, or would you bid 4 clubs?
He doubled. I will bid 4 clubs.
Yeah, that seems right to me.
I like 4 clubs. That's 5-5.
So West knows that his partner is 5-5 on this auction because he would surely double 2 spades with a good hand. Should he bid 5 clubs? Or is 4 diamonds a choice of games?
I think with the ace, king, queen of hearts. No, 4 diamonds, you mean the other side, by West.
I'm just, as a hypothesis, should you use 4 diamonds as a choice of games here?
West was dealer, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
So 5 diamond could be a choice, yes.
I think it's a tough bid for West here. He knows more than in the other room, but you can see, for example, that if
still he has 2 little hearts. So
yeah.
If the hearts are not very good by East,
yeah.
for us it's not the best contract.
If East had ace, queen, 5th of hearts, and ace and 1 spade, for example.
I suppose he would beat 5 clubs.
Yeah.
Still thinking right now. Yeah. Difficult bid. I don't know the agreement about 4 clubs, but I think the 2 bid could be 5 clubs or 4 diamond. Just pick up the best game.
My guess is that East over 2 spades could bid 2 no trumps for a hand that was purely competitive.
4 diamond.
Okay.
Nice bid by West. Very good.
So East knows that his partner has only 2 hearts, of course, but
yes.
Could he have Doubleton Jack of hearts and bid this way? I don't see why not.
Yes, could be, why not? Yeah.
3 top losers, you could have 2 spades and a club in both contracts. I would guess to bid 4 hearts now.
Yeah, I think so.
And the same defense could get the same result.
Okay. Well done. I think that Stevie made a great bid with 4 diamond. That shows pick up a game and
right.
Great bid for diamond. Yeah.
You can easily see that in the other room, where West bid 4 hearts himself, he could have been facing a bad 5-card heart suit and a good 5-card club suit, when you could make 5 clubs and not 4 hearts. Here West could ask his partner to do something intelligent, and East knew that hearts had to be sensible if his partner wanted to keep them as a possibility. Now, I would imagine that Nabil Edgtton will lead the ace of spades for all the reasons that they did in the other room, but it's a little less attractive when partner only produces a single raise as opposed to a jump raise. Still. what else do you lead? Singleton diamond certainly doesn't
Yes,
feel
not because you want to rough, just
Yeah.
because you want to wait.
Yep. And maybe even if declarer has the king of spades, the third round of spades and a fourth round of spades will cause him problems.
Yeah, so you can lead diamond, just waiting lead.
Even on a diamond lead, of course, four hearts should not make. It was allowed to make on a couple of occasions, but you have time to rise with the ace of clubs and cash your spade winners if you lead a diamond.
Yeah. Look, Japan got a good score, a big score against China, and now is in 7th place.
A little surprising.
Yeah. US1 is in dangerous situation now, right now. And then Poland and Sweden at 8-9 place, same points. Then Bulgaria, Egypt, China, Brazil, Canada, Australia came back from, but still very difficult.
So we're almost exactly at the halfway point in the tournament. Halfway through the next match, we will be in the middle of the round robin qualifying.
Yeah.
So everything is still to be decided. Okay.
Just the first 3 places are probably done. Italy and Netherlands are in a good situation. All the other teams still there.
Now, Edgtton has led a diamond, which certainly gives up a tempo. Declarer will win, and I guess cash the ace, king, queen of hearts, and then lead the jack of clubs from hand. And to beat the contract, Edgtton will have to win the ace of clubs and cash his spade winners, but it will not be more than 1 down at worst. You would certainly think that the defenders should get it right. Okay, so what will North discard? You better throw a high diamond away. If he throws a low diamond, then when declarer leads the jack of clubs, if South ducks, he's in big trouble.
Ace.
Well done.
Well done by Edgtton. Edgtton. Yeah. Good defense by Edgtton. Well done.